Today let us discuss about rubber. Rubber, as you know, it is a natural polymer which is capable of returning to its original length, shape or size after being stretched or deformed, and it is an example of elastomer. So chemically, if you see, it is a natural polymer of isoprene. The formula for isoprene is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. So it is, if you see natural rubber, it is prepared from latex, that is colloidal solution of rubber in water. So this is the rubber plant, and this is how the latex it is collected. So this is isoprene unit, that is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene. So if you see rubber, it is of two types. One is the natural rubber, which is obtained from the latex from rubber trees. This latex, it is coagulated with acetic acid or formic acid, and that coagulated mass is squeezed. So this is the reaction for the formation of rubber, that is isoprene units, they are involved in that. So it is a monomer of natural rubber, and number of isoprene units, they are 11,000 to 20,000, which are linked to each other. So it will undergo polymerization. This is 2-methyl-1,3-butadiene, or what we call isoprene. So after polymerization, now formation of this natural rubber, it can take place by two pathways. One is the cis polymerization. So the rubber which is formed from cis polymerization, that will be cis polyisoprene, or that is what is called the natural rubber. And the rubber which is formed from trans polymerization, that will be synthetic rubber. So this is how it will look like. Now let us talk about the synthetic rubber. The synthetic rubber, it is obtained by polymerizing certain organic compounds which may have properties similar to rubber or some other desirable properties. So most of these they are derived from butadiene only, butadiene derivative, and you can say it is a homopolymer of 1,3-butadiene or copolymer which can have butadiene. So just common example is chloroprene, which was the first commercially successful rubber substitute, and it was produced in United States. So you can see the structure here. Isoprene unit, they are replacing methyl by chlorine. Let us talk about the synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is obtained by polymerizing certain organic compounds which may have properties similar to rubber or desirable properties, and most of them they are derived from butadiene derivative only, and they contain carbon-carbon double bond. The synthetic rubber, they are, you can say, homopolymers of 1,3-butadiene or copolymer in which one of the monomer is 1,3-butadiene or its derivative. Best example is neoprene. Neoprene, as you can see here, it is a polymer of chloroprene. So chloroprene, how it is prepared is, this is the structure for the chloroprene. So it is also known as polychloroprene. To synthesize generally neoprene, its monomer, that is chloroprene, is required, and chloroprene is obtained under whatever chloroprene is obtained, it is obtained by Markovnikov addition under acidic conditions using vinyl acetylene, as you can see in the equation. So this chloroprene which is obtained, it will undergo further polymerization and it will give you neoprene. Neoprene, basically it is used in the manufacture of hoses, gaskets, shoe heels, stoppers, conveyor belts, and printing rollers. It is also used as an insulator. This is also an example of synthetic rubber, which is also known as gutta percha, and it is obtained by free radical polymerization of isoprene only, but by trans configuration. As I told you earlier, if there is cis configuration, you will be getting the natural rubber, and if there is trans configuration, you will get synthetic rubber. So it is having a highly regular zigzag chain, due to which it cannot be stretched further, and that account for its non-elasticity of the synthetic rubber. Now let us discuss about Buna N. It is a copolymer of mixture of 1,3-butadiene, as you can see in the structure. And styrene is taken in presence of sodium, hence the name. That is 1,3-butadiene, Na is for sodium and S is for the styrene. So it will undergo polymerization. As you can see in the reaction, 1,3-butadiene and styrene in presence of sodium, that is undergoing polymerization, and it will give you what is known as Buna S. Let us discuss about the properties of Buna S. It is very tough and good substitute for the natural rubber, and it possesses highly abrasion resistance. It is having high load bearing capacity, so it is used in the manufacturing of automobile tires, floor tiles, then footwear components and cable insulation. Let us now discuss about vulcanization of rubber. As you know, natural rubber, it is not an important polymer for commercial purpose because it is very soft and sticky. So softness of rubber, it increases with increase in temperature. So to maintain that elasticity there, the best temperature to use rubber is 283 to 335 Kelvin. So this process of heating the natural rubber with sulfur in order to improve its properties, that is known as vulcanization. It was first of all discovered by Charles Goodyear. If you see vulcanization, the sulfur cross linkage, it is formed and that is formed at the place of double bond which is present in the rubber molecule, or the allylic carbon which is alpha to the double bond. So that will act as a reactive site. So you can see here, wherever there was double bond, there is formation of sulfur linkages. So the cross link structure which is formed during vulcanization, it makes the rubber stiff, and the extent of stiffness of vulcanized rubber, that depends on the amount of sulfur which is added. For example, 5% sulfur it is used for making rubber tires, while 30% of sulfur it is used for making the battery case rubber. So this is how the vulcanization process it helps.